and welcome to Line Drunk. Before I
Thank
introduce my
you.
I was going to say before I introduce my next guest, I'm very excited about this. But if you have not watched Claim to Fame, stop what you're doing right now and go watch the episodes. There's 10. It's on Hulu. Go watch it because we're going to have spoilers. But it aired in July. So my guest is Pepper. Should I say your last name too?
Yes, go for it.
All right.
Spoiler.
This is Pepper Martin.
Hello.
Okay, so we will talk about Broad City because that's what you chose to watch tonight. But first of all, what are you drinking?
Tonight I made myself, I didn't have time to go get all fun stuff for a themed cocktail, but I had everything I needed to make a martini. Very dirty, very dirty.
Nice. Is that one of your top drinks?
It is. It kind of took me a while to get into drinking them because the vodka taste is so strong. And then I learned like, oh, dirty means just a lot of olive juice. And I was like, that's delicious. So that got me to like it. It's all that olive juice.
And we also chatted earlier. You could choose better vodka.
I know. I'm going to get it.
If I could send you some, I would.
Oh, I know. Liquor laws.
Right. Well, next time you're back in Texas, because you were in Austin.
Yes. And I'm going to be back. I loved it so much.
I do go to a TV festival every year in Austin.
Okay. I think you were telling me about that on Instagram.
Yeah, you should totally come to that sometime.
I will.
They haven't. No, they did announce the creator of Cheers will be there this year. That's all they've announced so far.
I have been to the bar Cheers. My boyfriend is from Boston. So we went there super briefly, did a little walk around the town, and we got to go in there for a second. It was really cool.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will talk a little bit about, and then we'll talk more about it, but Claim to Fame.
Mm-hmm.
You were on there.
Yes, I was.
And who is your claim to fame?
My claim to fame is my grandfather, Dean Martin.
Okay, so I have two stories about, well, I guess one story is about your grandfather. One is about the Rat Pack in general.
Okay, let me hear him.
Okay, so I told you I grew up in Vegas. But before we moved out to Vegas, we would go visit a lot. And we went to the Ethel M. Chocolate Factory.
Okay.
I doubt the guy's still there because he's probably dead by now. But there was... There was
I
know, right? Sammy Davis Jr. impersonator that would be out there all the time.
Cool.
The other story, so I went on a cruise. It was my parents' 40th anniversary, and we went to Alaska. So my sister and I went to, they had a art gallery thing, I don't know, just different art that you could buy and purchase and bid on. So the first piece that popped up, I was the only one that bid on it. The only one, okay? And then afterwards, everybody was like, you got the best one. And I was like, well, you could have bid too. And they said, we're not going to bid after you bid because nobody wanted to speak up. So this is what I have.
Oh my gosh. How cool. I love that photo.
Right?
Yes, I definitely have that photo somewhere too, hanging up in my childhood home. Oh, how fun. Okay, and what's next to it? Some cards?
2 cards from the Sands Hotel. I can't
see
the screen.
Cool.
That's what I'm kind of like.
And is that all their signatures?
All their signatures.
How cool. What a fun item to come upon.
Right?
How cool. And it was all framed like that, ready to go?
Yeah, they mailed it to me like this.
Wow. How cool.
Oh, yeah.
Love that.
So I was excited that your grandfather is Dean Martin.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
My sister, she texted me and she goes, did you tell me about the show? And I was like, yeah, I think so. So we would watch it and then text or call each other and try to take guesses on who was who.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys do a good job?
Sometimes.
Okay. I was thinking if I watched it, I don't know how good I would have done.
Okay.
I mean, like as an audience member, like I would be tempted to Google everyone. But I know people watching did a really good job of not doing that.
And that's what I appreciated that the show, like you got to play along with the show.
Yep.
So
me too. And I feel like they didn't know how they wanted to really do that at first. Like if they wanted to just, put us all out there and not really have the audience play. But after the first few episodes came out, it was like really apparent that the audience really just they were like, don't tell us anyone. Like, this is really fun.
Right.
So I love that.
And the first episode was shocking.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. Just kidding.
Weren't you relieved?
Oh my gosh. So relieved. But I mean, I also went in there and I was like, okay, I'm not expecting to do amazing. I have no idea like how the show's going to go down, what the challenges are, what the rules are. So I wasn't like giving myself too hard of a time to do amazing. But once you're up there and that happened, it was like, oh, wow, okay. And I was so glad I wasn't the first one to go home.
Because somebody broke the rules.
And thank God.
Because you would have gone home.
Yep. Right back to the hotel, because we had to stay there for the whole 3 weeks.
I mean, I guess that's not the worst place to go, but did he go home?
No.
Because he didn't show back up for the last episode.
You know, you'd have to ask the producers on that one, because I don't know the rules. I really don't know where he went.
I don't know his name, but everyone thought Maxwell. Everyone thought he's related to Steven Spielberg. And he kind of looked like
did other people think that, or was that just me?
No, I think everybody thought that.
Okay, good.
Because all the clues on the board, but he was not. He looked like like a Spielberg.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit better that other people thought that too.
He did not look like, oh my gosh, why'd I go blank? Chuck Norris.
Not at all. So funny though. When his picture popped up on the screen, all of us were just like, what? What? We all kind of got like a vibe of how the show was gonna right after that. We were like, okay, like Chuck Norris right out the gate. Here we go.
So after everyone guessed and the person went home, did you guys go back inside and drink?
Yeah. So the drinking was actually pretty funny on the show. There was booze around, and when the eliminations rolled around, everyone was kind of ready for a cocktail. But it wasn't like a lot of other reality shows where you can tell that like alcohol is very like heavily involved, because they want the drama, they want the yelling and the screaming, but they weren't really wanting that from us. So we kept it pretty PG. But on nights when we knew that the cameras were going to be going pretty early, we were allowed to unwind.
So who drank the most on the show?
Okay, so we had a good mix. Like half the house were non-drinkers or decided to, not drink because, we were going to be on TV. And then half of us, really enjoyed a cocktail. So it was like me, Logan, whose birthday is today, by the way.
I saw that on your story.
Yes. So me, Logan, Amara loved to drink. Love you, Amara. Louise, LC liked to get into a little bit, and Lark. We actually celebrated Lark's birthday in the house, and I have a funny behind the scenes story I could tell for the next time I come on, but okay. It's a little long.
A little teaser.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll go back to the show later, but let's go on to Broad City.
Yes.
Okay, I had never watched the show before.
Okay. How'd you like it?
It was funny. I was like, oh, okay.
You're like, this exists.
So would you like to give a brief synopsis of the show, since you've watched the entire series, I'm guessing?
Sure, yes. So Broad City is about Abby and Alana. They are best friends who live in New York City. And it's kind of like, I would say when I first saw previews for it, I was like, oh, this is like a girl version of Workaholics. Like it seemed like to me, like very weird, like they like get stoned a lot, just like doing weird stuff. So that's kind of what I thought of it at first. I was like, hey, this looks fun. And it is very much the girl version of Workaholics. They just get into very funny, random situations. I've never been to New York, but obviously
that's surprising.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I really have not traveled a lot around the U.S. or outside, really, but I'm very much a West Coast gal. Okay. Haven't been around the East a lot, yeah. But they just get into some funny stuff in New York, just being two very weird girls. I don't know.
I will say this, and this may be unpopular opinion. I prefer Chicago over New York.
Okay. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion. I've also never been to Chicago.
I highly recommend it.
Yes. I have friends who live out there, and it looks amazing and sounds amazing.
I've gone twice. I will say I'd rather go in March than in July.
Is it hot?
July, I was drenched in sweat and had to go back to my hotel room to shower because I was that
humidity.
Wet. So humid.
Yeah.
And it may
I'm into the humidity.
Oh, see, I'm not.
I love it.
Dry
well, here
heat.
Utah is so. I guess you know this from Vegas, but Vegas and Utah it's so dry.
And I'm okay
Like I
with
just
that.
feel like a crust. I hate it.
I don't like being drenched all the time.
Yeah, I get it. I guess I just embrace it. I'm like, okay.
I guess I don't know. Like I go to Austin every year, and it's always so hot, and I'm just
Mhm.
soaked, waiting in line outside. I'm just like, oh, ready for AC. But yeah, I think Chicago is a cleaner version of New York.
Okay.
That's cheaper, easier to get around, and better food.
Ooh, okay. Good to know.
That may be my opinion, but
Love it.
I will say
I will note it.
We've done this before. We're doing it again this year. We're having deep dish pizza from Chicago for Christmas dinner.
For Christmas dinner.
Yes.
Love that.
Because you get it
Why
shipped.
make it fancy?
That's what I'm saying. Make it easy, no stress. Put it in the oven.
Wait, love that. And then put it in the oven. Ah, love it.
Takes like 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then you're good to go. Okay,
Great.
so Broad City. So you chose season 1, episode 1, the pilot episode.
Yes.
Ready for your first trivia question?
Yes.
What was the name of the episode?
The name of the episode is A Wonderful World.
What a Wonderful World.
Oh, hell yeah.
And how does the episode open?
Oh, gosh. It's kind of bad. It opens. Alana FaceTimes Abby, and they're talking chilling for a second, and Abby realizes that Alana is like on top of her boyfriend, like having sex.
There is that, yes.
Yeah. And she's like, is he inside of you? So bad.
That was not the answer I was looking for, but that did happen.
What was the answer you were looking for?
That there was a sticky note that says Tuesday, 7 a.m. on her vibrator that she was planning.
Oh my gosh, yes. Abby has to remind herself when to masturbate. That's so funny.
Okay, so this was 2014. Did you FaceTime a lot in 2014? Because I don't think I did.
Maybe. Let's see. What was like the mobile device in 2014? iPhone.
I think there was still the iPhone.
Yeah, I think maybe we were getting into FaceTime because everyone was like, "Oh, we have this new smartphone. We can do it all from the iPhone." So maybe, yeah. I feel like actually maybe not over our phone so much, but it was like this.
Right. Did you FaceTime during awkward situations?
Computer face. No, I don't think I would ever FaceTime someone the way that Alana FaceTimed.
I mean, I would hope not.
No. Well, TMI right there.
Okay, and Alana wanted Abby to go out, and Abby's excuse for not going out was what?
She had to catch up on some show.
What was the show?
Hang on, let me think. She said something about a cashew stir fry. Damages?
That's correct. She had she was close to finishing season 1 of Damages.
I'm cracking up that I'm knowing these. Okay.
No, that's good. Then you don't have to drink as much.
Oh, wait, I should start getting some wrong.
Okay, so Alana's boyfriend, Abby said he was looking good, and what was his reasoning?
Oh, no bread. No bread.
No bread diet. I probably should do that.
I can't. Yeah, oh, right.
I ate too many tortillas.
Pasta too, bad.
Okay, so what was the name of the job or the company that Abby worked for?
Oh, the gym? Solstice.
Have you done soul cycling before?
Okay, no. Not in like a big, like at a gym like that, but I did take, what year of college? Sophomore, junior year, I took a spin class as like one of my like athletic credits. And I like had to go do spin like 2 to 3 days a week. And it was awesome, actually. I was looking good.
Did you pass the class?
Yes. Oh, what if I failed? How embarrassing.
No, that's okay. I took walking and I took bowling, I think, in college.
How fun. I used to have, me and my sisters loved to bowl when we were little, and my dad and mom got us like our own custom like child bowling balls.
Do you still
that
have
had our names on them? Yes. I probably couldn't bowl with them. They're like 7 pounds.
Okay, but how funny would that be if you went for Christmas and you all brought them and you went bowling with them?
Oh, Oh, that'd be actually really cute. Got to go dig them out of storage.
I think you should do it. Okay, so at Alana's job. Yeah.
Okay.
2 things were mentioned in the meeting of ideas.
Okay.
Do you remember what the 2 ideas were?
Trying to think of her weird ass boss with the glasses. Something about enemas?
No.
Later.
What's on your mind?
Hey, you can see the show is weird.
Yes.
Okay, not that.
Maybe that's brought up in a later season.
I think so. Maybe just the next episode.
Probably.
I'm trying to think. I don't know this one. I'm going to pass.
Okay, so underwater massage.
Okay.
The other one
Stupid.
was DIY vajazzling seminars.
Oh, damn, I knew. Okay. Enema, vajazzling seminars. It's kind of along the same. Okay, darn, I have to drink now. Oh, no.
What's on the glass?
That's good. It's like a crest.
Is it a family crest, or did you steal the glass somewhere?
No, I think this is like a thrift store glass. It has like another family's name on the back.
Okay.
Love it.
I'm looking at my notes. Okay, so I did write this quote down, and I thought it was funny. She said, "Don't black swan me," when she was like, just showed up the mirror.
Yes, and I love the movie Black Swan.
I did not, but it was very awkward to watch it.
Did you see it like when it came out?
I did in theaters.
Okay.
Because
at that time it was like very like what?
Yeah, I saw it with my mom's teacher friend. It was very awkward.
Oh, yeah, not the vibe.
No.
Yeah. No, I thought I was into that movie because I did ballet when I was younger, but I mean the movie's like barely about ballet, but loved Mila Kunis in that. Such kind of a random role for her. It was cool.
I do like her.
Yeah, she's great.
So wait, what are some of your favorite movies?
Oh gosh. I love this is going to sound kind of silly, but I love Moulin Rouge. It's one of my favorite movies. I love the movie Spring Breakers.
Okay, I did
with
not like
Selena
that one.
and Ashley Benson. You didn't?
No, it was I thought awkward. It was like, I mean, okay.
I guess I really like these awkward movies.
I had no idea what it was about. I loved Pretty Little Liars, and I was like, cool, I'll go watch Ashley Benson in it.
Because Ashley Benson, yep.
It was weird. I was like,
I mean, yes.
Why are these 4 hot women attracted to this really ugly dude? And then they have like weird sex in the pool, and then they romp. Yep. Like, it's very weird. It makes no sense.
And then he just dies at the end. Like, oh, okay, bye.
And then I'm like, Selena Gomez's mom told her to do this movie? Like, what was her mom thinking?
I love how Selena Gomez's character, too, just like wusses out so early on in the movie. She's like, I can't. She's like, I can't play pool with these guys.
I don't think I'd want to.
They looked nice.
Did they? Or you spending spring break with whatever his name is?
Yeah, his name was Alien.
Yeah.
What's his name? James Franco.
Maybe that's why I like the
movie. Maybe they were like, ooh.
James Franco.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. I get like obsessed with like movies that I watch like recently. A movie that I just watched on the plane to Texas was Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I liked that a lot. It was really good. And it kind of had a Spring Breakers vibe. Maybe not so much, but the colors and like the darkness was kind of similar.
Okay.
Not very similar movie, but it was good. It was very like the humor was very like Gen Z and millennial heavy. So like some of the jokes are like a little bit cringe, but if you took a second to think about it, you're like, wait, no, that's actually hilarious because we're so like superficial and shallow and stuff like that, like really hurts our feelings. And they used a lot of that in the movie, and it was good. It was smart.
Oh, cancel culture.
Yep.
Okay. Next trivia question. How
Oh,
much
right.
were the
Ooh.
tickets to see Lil Wayne?
$200?
That's what they needed. But that wasn't how much the
Okay, they
tickets were.
needed
They
200.
needed
Okay.
$200.
Hey, stop that. Sorry, you let me know if she gets like way too annoying.
It's fine.
Audie. Okay, they needed $200. Was it 275?
No.
I don't know. I don't know how much it was.
The tickets were $50 each, which, okay, to see Lil Wayne in New York, like, I feel like that's really crappy seats. Like,
Yeah. Or like, where was he playing? Like some show where people weren't supposed to know.
like sitting, I don't know. They needed $200 for the food and drinks.
Okay. I remember because she was talking to the girl. And she's like, booze is going to be this. Audie. Apartment life.
Wait a minute, you live in an apartment,
okay.
but you have like a nice home for Airbnb?
Yes. So the Airbnb is like the guest cabin of the house where I grew up. And my mom lives in that house right now. And it's like an hour away from the city. So it's a cute place to live, but not for what I want to do.
That's okay.
Yep. But yeah, love apartments.
Okay, so What a Wonderful World was brought up.
Mm-hmm.
What group? We'll go with the group. What group did she bring up about singing What a Wonderful World? And how it was a racist song.
Oh my God. Was that when they were standing in the line to return the office supplies?
Yes.
Oh my God. I know this conversation is so funny. And then they walk up in the reception, like the checkout girl is like, what? Oh my God. You want to know what she says, like why it is?
What group does she mention?
Oh my God. I don't know that.
That's okay. You get to drink. She mentions the Fugees. And then she repeats like him singing What a Wonderful World.
Oh my God. Not the Fugees.
Oh, the Fugees.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah,
and then she like does the voice. I'm not going to do it.
You should do it.
No. And then they walk up, and that comedian who is the cashier, I think her name is Phoebe something. I don't know her last name, but she's a funny comedian, and that was like a funny random little like cameo of hers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I do miss
really
the Fugees.
funny.
I think the Fugees had a song, I want to say in like '02 maybe, but then it never, like the album never happened.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, so have you ever had a bad roommate?
And so my freshman year. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
This was brought up because of Abby's roommate's boyfriend that keeps eating all the food.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So didn't have a situation like that, like never had like a squatting like boyfriend or anything. But my freshman year of college, I lived in my little dorm with 7 other girls, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And one of our roommates was our like floor's RA. So, like actually lived in the apartment with us, in like the room with us. And so it was cool because we like could break some rules because like we had the RA living with us, but it was also the opposite as well. Like you couldn't do too much because the RA lives with you. Like, yeah. So that was never too bad, but just the whole like having to live with 7 girls in that tiny, tiny space was just so much. All of our classes like stacking with each other, who got to use the shower, who was using the mirror, you know, the hair dryer, all this stuff. That was a lot. And after that, after that 1 year in the dorms, I moved downtown and lived by myself for the rest of the time.
Okay.
Literally went from 7 roommates to 0. I was like, I'm good.
I know, living alone's the best. Who thought 7 girls with 2 bathrooms was a good idea? Right?
The Santa Barbara housing, I guess. It was an experience.
So where'd you go to college at?
So I went to Santa Barbara City College, but the dorms, they weren't technically like the city college didn't have their own housing, but they could recommend where to go. And so they like outsourced us to some of the dorms that would house the UCSB students. So it was cool. Like I went to the city college, but I got to meet and hang out with all of the kids that were going to the university. So I loved it. I'd move back there in 2 seconds.
And what did you major in?
So I majored in environmental studies and art history. Please don't ask me any questions pertaining to
That's okay. I feel that.
Because it's not up there anymore.
Okay. I'm working on my 3rd degree and I'm like, I don't know anything.
Oh, jeez. School, man, it wasn't my vibe.
I'm only doing it because Uber pays for it.
Okay.
Yeah, if they didn't pay for it, I would not be getting a 3rd degree. I don't need a 3rd one. Okay. Next trivia question.
Okay.
What number was the apartment that Abby's neighbor lived in?
Oh, shit. These are hard. Jeremy.
Did you do the drinking game?
No.
Okay.
Shit. Okay. I don't even know what number she lives in.
Do you know what floor they live on?
No. I don't. That's so weird.
You're
making me look at this a whole new way now. I'm like, okay, I need to start paying attention to this stuff.
No, because
okay, yeah, no.
See, now you get to drink.
Okay, yeah,
I just pay attention just to have good questions. Okay, it should be empty by the time. So
yeah,
he lived
right.
in 4F.
4F. See, I was about to say a number. Nope.
I'm guessing she was probably in 4D. Only guessing that because the other door I saw said 4E on it. I don't know.
Oh, next to his or to her other one.
So like her apartment was on one side, then his door was on the other side, and then at the end of the hall was a third. That
another one. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm guessing 4D, 4E, 4F.
DEF. Cool. Okay. Wow. I'm going to start paying way more attention to stuff like that.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Be ready for next time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yep,
I had to write.
Exactly.
I had to write this quote down.
Okay.
About her roommate. When you're ready to become a citizen, my legs are wide open.
And he goes, I don't really think that's how it works, but thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, May. I love him. He's one of my favorite characters.
He seems like a very understanding roommate.
Oh, you'd have to be if you lived with a lot. Oh my gosh, too good. My legs are wide open.
That's probably not something you should say anyway.
And he's like so gay too. So he's like, what? Like, no, thank you.
And he orders pizza later. Have you ever played a bucket drum?
No.
Have you wanted to?
Not per se.
I mean, I haven't
but I don't think I'd be very good.
I just liked that girl started dancing and then took all the money and ran.
They're like, oh, you're taking over our... Okay. They're like, tip us too.
Okay, so who played the baby, a.k.a. David?
Whose house they go clean?
Yes.
That's Fred Armisen, baby. And I love that man. Saturday Night Live, Portlandia. I just love him. He is a freak.
That clip or that scene was weird, like in general.
He literally, like, that's the reason why I think I love that episode, is because it does such a good job, like, you know, giving us Abby and Alana, like, in their characters. And then there were so many weird little moments. And then that was just kind of like the cherry on top. Like, what did I just watch? Like so good. So good.
Ask for the money first.
I'm a little baby.
I'm guessing you have not cleaned a house for $200 in your underwear.
Oh, no. I should start maybe saying I do that when I clean my Airbnb, and people will I'll charge more. Your
OnlyFans? Just clean for the OnlyFans. Nothing else.
Nothing else. Too good. My God.
See, I was going to ask you the craziest thing you've seen in New York, but since you haven't been to New York, I can't ask that.
I know, and I'm trying to think of like the craziest city I've been to, and I'm not very well traveled. It's a little bit sad.
That is kind of sad. I mean, there are crazy things in LA.
Yeah. I don't know why I said it like that. I do really like LA. It's freaky, but I like it.
It is freaky. I once
Hmm.
saw a homeless man having an argument with himself. He got mad that he
Hmm.
lost and grabbed his stuff and ran away.
Oh,
I was like,
well,
okay.
at least he got out of there.
Yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
what did the note say next? The next sticky note?
Oh no.
I really should figure out how to better word these questions, but
Yeah, but I get it because I
you know
know
what I'm talking
exactly what
about.
you're talking about. Yeah. Did it say something about rescheduling?
No.
No. Oh, I don't know. Pass.
It
Got a
just said
drink.
it said Wednesday or Thursday. There was no time.
Okay, I was close. Like she was rescheduling because she's like, oh, obviously that didn't happen. Question mark, question mark.
Okay, my last question on the show. It was a very short, I mean, it's a short episode, short sitcom.
Yeah, they are. They're quick. They're like 20 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. Since the roommate bought pizza, what is your favorite kind of pizza?
Ooh, I love if I'm like with a group of people, I want to make it easy. I'm like, love just some pepperoni, cheese and pepperoni. But if I'm gonna like make my own, like have my own little pizza, I love some olives on there, some black olives, some sausage maybe, and green peppers. I love green peppers on pizza. Don't know why. Like a little bit crunchy.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm boring. I get cheese or hamburger.
Oh,
Um,
hamburger's kind of cool. People don't really get that a lot.
I can't do pork, so it's like
No,
limited.
that's okay.
Okay, so back to claim to fame.
Yes.
Who do you still talk to?
So we all actually have a big group chat, and all 12 of us are in it. And we talk honestly, like no one lets it go like 2 or 3 days without someone saying something.
Well, that's
Because
fun.
it's either someone's up to something that we all know about, or it's someone's birthday, or we see someone's celebrity relative, like a photo of them somewhere, and we'll snap a pic and we'll send it. It's just a really fun, like such a unique and like special thing that connects all of us. And it has been so easy to stay in contact and friends with everyone. So we all still stay in touch on that little basis. And then actually still talk to a lot of our producers still because they also became such good friends with us in there too. They were the reason we stayed sane. And if we needed anything or just had to take a moment, like a beat, we could go to them and be like, I'm a little overwhelmed, just whatever you needed. Like they were there. They don't just, these TV shows don't just stick you in a house all by yourself when they're like, hey, figure it out. Like you've got some really, really good, solid people in there with you that you don't see on camera. So, yeah, I guess the answer is I talk to everyone still.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, is Frankie and Kevin in the group chat?
So unfortunately, I don't have Kevin's number.
Yeah.
I understand why, but I do have Frankie's, and he is in one of our big group chats because he was so sweet and reached out the day that the very first Claim to Fame commercial ever came out, and he got all of our numbers and he group texted all of us just to say congrats and that we all looked amazing and that he couldn't wait for the show to come out. So yes,
Well,
love
that's
him.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Any fun behind the scenes stories?
I mean, there so many. That's the thing about reality TV. And now that when I watch other shows, I'm like that what they're showing is like 5% of what happened in the house. And it's understandable. They've got to fit it into like 30 minutes of a show. So there were so many fun behind the scenes moments. One so we have every Sundays off. So 3 Sundays the cameramen weren't there. Our producers just got to hang out with us. One Sunday, the producers got some nail people, like some manicure and pedicure people to come to the house. And we all got to have pedicures and got to get our nails done. Logan got a pedicure. He loved it. I love seeing Spa Logan. So that was really fun. And then something that didn't make the final cut of the show at all was the final six of us. Yeah. We did like a special, like sort of funeral dinner for the 6 people that had already been eliminated. And so each of us, like the 6 people, we wrote their names on paper and put them in a hat, and we all pulled one out. And whoever we did, we had to like cook or prepare something that like represented them. And then we all dressed in black, and we went and sat in like the fancy dining room for the very first time. And we like had this really funny dinner, and we had to like stand up and say like why we made this for this person. And I'm super bummed that none of that made it, because it was really, really funny. We all like were in the kitchen for the first time together, like cooking together. Louise like popped a bottle of champagne, and we were all like terrified, and all of us were like hiding under the counters and the tables. So yeah, lots of really fun behind the scenes moments that didn't make it to the screen.
So who did you cook for, and what did you make?
Yes, so I pulled X out of the hat, and a really funny conversation that I will like remember forever is we were all hanging out in the kitchen, and we were talking about our favorite foods, like, pretty normal. And it got to X, and he was like, I just think I wish that we could like take a pill or a vitamin that had like every nutrients, like a meal pill, basically. He was like, I just feel like himself, he was like, I could get so much more done with my day and my life. Like I didn't have to stop and consume meals. And I was like, you're so cool and wacky, and it's amazing. And so I went weird with it. And for X's dish, I served everyone a multivitamin. I literally didn't have to do anything. The producers were like, hey, what do you guys need for your like family dinner tonight? And I was like, hey, Pepper's List, vitamins. Luckily, Amara cooked some salmon, and I actually steamed some broccoli too. But Logan cooked ramen and somehow messed up the ramen.
Who did he cook ramen for, and how did he mess that up?
I think he might have pulled Brittany, and we wanted to do like a Southern mac and cheese thing, but we didn't have any mac and cheese. I don't know what his thought process was. You're gonna have to ask him. He's a silly man.
Maybe he'll come on the podcast.
He would love this.
I know LC is gonna do it.
She is?
She is.
Yes.
Maybe I'll get you two together.
That would be hilarious. We like a lot of the same shows and movies too. But Logan actually, the little like seasoning packets that come in ramen, he got the noodles out and threw those away. He thought they were like the things that like keep stuff fresh.
Like in clothing, that little like do not
yeah,
eat.
the little like literally don't eat these, that little like jelly packet. And we were like, where's the seasoning? And he's like, what? I threw that away. So we had to get it out of the trash.
Oh.
So yeah, maybe that's why they decided not to put that in the show. They were like, this is embarrassing for all parties.
Okay, I have to bring this up. And I cannot think of the name she gave, but Simone Biles' sister.
Yes.
Everybody knows who she was.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me about that, because, everybody knew, obviously. Nobody hit it. She didn't say a whole lot.
We would accidentally call her Simone, like, to her face in the house. And we'd be like, oh, Louise. Like, oh, okay. Whoops.
What
Sorry,
would she
girl.
do?
Just because she'd be like,
everybody knows
okay,
anyway.
Everyone, I guess you're fuck me.
Okay, so the games that you played, were those fun for you? I forgot what your talent was for the first episode.
I made a cocktail. I made a spicy margarita. And hey, it would have gone over a lot better, but the oranges and the limes that production got me were so dry as hell. So like I'm banking on like the juicy oranges to be like the main like juice in my cocktail, and they're just like dust. So, and then they didn't show this, but they were like, hey, once you make your drink, you can like go give it to Kevin and Frankie, like go give it to them. And I was like, oh, okay, love that. And the second I realized that these oranges were just duds, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be disgusting. Like, it's just going to be straight tequila and straight, whatever the orange liqueur is. And I walked over and I gave it to Kevin, and he took a sip and he was like, ugh. He was like, ugh. He was like, that's spicy. Like, had to be all cute for camera. I'm sure he walked off stage and was like, what the actual fuck did I just drink?
Doesn't Nick have tequila?
Does Nick have a tequila?
I think Nick has a tequila.
Well,
they should have used.
Didn't give me Nick's tequila. They gave me literally like a weird ass liquor bottle that had no label on it. Nothing.
Oh,
I was like, there could be water in this. Yeah. But it was just so like no label or anything, no decoration. It was just like, here's a weird bottle. Like, and here's another weird bottle with the orange stuff in it. I was like, okay. So yeah, that was my talent. Bottom two.
I mean, it's better than Louise's talent of shooting baskets.
We were stoked for her because she was so nervous to go do that. So we were like rooting her on so hard. We were like, you got this. And so when she like made that basket, we were like, yeah.
Okay, so what was your favorite game that you played on the show?
So weirdly, my favorite game was the Feelings Challenge, where again, I ended up in the bottom two, but it's a reoccurring theme here.
Hey, but you made the final three.
And that's all that matters.
Yes.
But that Feelings Challenge was just really fun because it's like kind of something that at least me, I'd seen before on other little like game shows. So when we like walked up to the pool and saw that we had like hidden little like podiums, I was like pretty excited. I was like, okay, this is like a game I've seen before that I would want to participate in. So that one was really fun. And then trying to think of another one that I really enjoyed. The spelling bee one where we had to jump in the pool. That one was really fun. And we, of course, shot that on like the one rainy, cold day that LA had while we were there. And the producers had like towels and everything ready to go for us. But it was just like literally the one day that wasn't like a poolside day. And we were like, okay, here we go. So.
And X was wearing full clothes, like head to toe, black.
Yep. We actually thought that X was like a plant for a second. We were like, he is so interesting and like a little bit spooky. And we were like, and he's like, he was very like to himself the first couple days. And we were like, we don't know what's going on. And we thought that like any minute the producers or like the Jonas Brothers were going to come in and just be like, just kidding. Like this guy's been like part of the show the whole time. But nope, that's just how much of a character X is. He's great.
He was very interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your least favorite game that you played? Or I guess what was the hardest?
Favorite. So the telephone challenge. I thought that was going to be one of my favorites, but that was hard.
Logan
that was
not really good at that game.
Hard. No. Both of our teams were like, both teams had their weaknesses for sure, but like the combination of I feel like Logan and I did a really good job for how ditzy both of us are. But that game was just stressful, like very stressful.
But I feel like you knew more pop culture than he did. He knew nothing. Sure. He knew absolutely nothing. And it was hilarious to watch him try to figure out clues.
I know. He just knows his Southern stuff. Oh.
Okay. So who are you closest to?
So right now I'm probably closest with Elsie, Logan, and Lark probably. I need to text her. Sorry, Lark, I'm gonna text you. I love you.
I did message them all on Instagram.
Oh good. Lark is very like non-social media, I feel.
Yeah,
She's
hers
like,
is hidden. But I would still let me message her. So.
okay, good. I can even be like, hey, do the podcast. I'll definitely tell all of them now after this. I'm going to be like, hey.
We could do a big group one too. I don't care. I'm up for all
right.
of it.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Okay, so after the show ended, I did see on Instagram you were having dinner. Who all joined? Because I did see that Kiki joined for dinner.
Yes. So our amazing producers, they a couple days before wrapping up, they were like, hey, like we are taking you guys out for like a fun wrap dinner. Like we'll take you somewhere. And for some reason we had like a weird inside joke about Chili's. And yeah. And we were like, okay, I mean, we're like going to be these fun, famous, reality TV stars after this. Why not celebrate at the 5-star Chili's in Encino? So we
okay, I feel like Chili's is one thing. Going to Encino is something completely different.
Yeah, that was a big part of the experience, was the fact that it was in Encino. But because Elsie won, she was like, it was kind of just decided that the winner's like celebrity relative would hopefully join us for the wrap dinner. And Elsie won, and luckily enough, Kiki lives in LA. So Elsie was like, can Kiki come to the dinner? Like, can she come? And they were like, well, yeah, duh. And so we like all meet up at the hotel that like I think it was it the final 5 that went to Chili's? Yeah, final 5. And we're all waiting down in the lobby to like get our Ubers and stuff. And Elsie goes, oh, Kiki can just drive us. So Kiki gets there. She's like, yeah, like I drove my car here. Like, why don't I just take? So Kiki drove me, Elsie, Lark, and Louise to the Chili's. Like I've been in Kiki's car.
Not Logan?
Like, it was amazing. No, Logan took an Uber with the producers. He wrapped late, so he didn't get to ride in Kiki's car. You snooze, you lose.
Right.
And so, yes, she joined us at the Chili's. It took them a while to get a table for 10 ready.
Was it busy at Chili's?
I mean, kind of, for a Monday night.
In Encino.
They were like, oh shit, we weren't ready for 10 of you. But we made it, we did it. And after the dinner, Kiki wasn't able to come out celebrating further with us because she's Kiki. She has call times. She has stuff to do.
Right.
But she drove us, our same little group, to a fun little like rooftop bar where Frankie and more of our producers were. So we also hung out with Frankie that night. It was amazing. The last Monday with everyone was so much fun.
Frankie seems like he's a lot of fun.
He is. He's just like a classic, like young, just living it up. Just like he's the youngest Jonas brother. Why he should be doing it all. And he is.
I'm curious if they're going to bring you guys back for season 2 to like introduce games or whatever, just because you're the OGs.
Yes. So we kind of spoke briefly about that to our producers. We were like, please bring us back. Like, please, please, please. We love this so much. And at least, me, I haven't heard anything yet, but I would love if they like had a like cocktail competition challenge and had me come in
and make your spicy cocktail.
make the shittiest spicy margarita you've ever made. Pepper's gonna try it. I'd love to host that challenge.
You know what? I do have a cocktail for you.
Yeah.
So I mentioned Western Sun before.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so and actually I need to write that down. So
you do. So their regular vodka is really good. It's 10 times distilled. They get the corn out of Roanoke, Texas. It's bottled in Pilot Point, Texas. But they also have 10 flavors. that are just the fruit. There's nothing artificial and no added sugar.
Cool.
At the distillery, I had a prickly pear jalapeno margarita.
Mm.
So you get that sweet, spicy mix.
Yep. I love prickly pear. So good.
You should totally try it.
Prickly pear, spicy margarita.
I will send you the recipe.
Oh, like you made it yourself?
No, I didn't make it, but it's on the website. I'm lazy when it comes to cocktails.
I'm like, damn.
I enjoy having a cocktail if I go out somewhere, but at home, right now I am drinking Sprite and their peach vodka.
Ooh, yum.
Their peach vodka is really good.
Did you say 10 flavors?
Yes. So there's blueberry,
that's a lot.
Which is my favorite, prickly pear, lemon, lime, grapefruit, watermelon, raspberry, peach, cucumber.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah, there's 10.
Cucumber. That's the one. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to write them. I did write them down. Check. Are they like a big brand? Like, will I be able to find them at my liquor store?
You should be able to. You know what? I will look for you real quick.
Okay, cool.
Because I know it's in 48 states.
The 2 is going to be Utah and somewhere weird. Like, I'm not kidding. It sucks here so bad.
So did you grow up in Utah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Park City.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Are you still in Park City?
I'm not. So I'm in Salt Lake, and that's just 30 minutes.
Okay. See, this is what I got to look up on the website. I'll do a 50-mile radius just to be safe.
They're still like, no.
It does say no. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in Salt Lake.
I can drive to... No, it's not going to be in Wyoming either.
You know what? I could check. I don't know. What city would you drive to in Wyoming?
Cheyenne?
Okay. See, I have no idea.
No, I don't either. I'm just like, that's where I think the nearest out is.
I grew up between Texas and Vegas. Wyoming says no.
Yeah. No, I don't go there ever either, but my parents would throw big parties when I was younger. And my friends still do this too, but you can't buy a keg in Utah.
You can't buy a keg?
A keg is illegal.
Why is that illegal?
The Mormons.
You know what? Wait till they buy a brewery and then they'll be like, it's allowed.
No, exactly. The Mormons couldn't drink caffeine until they bought stock in Coca-Cola.
Oh, I thought it was Pepsi.
They probably
I have no idea.
Now. They're probably in both now. So it's like, it's fine. It's fine.
You could,
and we're just waiting in Utah here too. We're waiting because weed is, hey, Audie, weed is medicinally legal, but not recreational. And I'm like, the second the Mormons buy cannabis stock,
it'll be legal.
It'll be legal in 2 seconds. And they'll be like, Sundays, free weed.
There is a way I could ship some to you.
I mean, apparently that's a thing. No one, like, unless it's like in a big crate, no one's checking.
So what I did for friends of mine, I got the pool noodle and I shoved the mini bottles inside the pool noodle and then shipped that.
Wait, I love that. And I love those mini bottles too. Okay, wait, I'm going to give you my address.
Okay.
Can you send me a noodle?
I think I spent like $20 and I just shoved it all in there.
Yeah, I'll just message you. I'll be like, noodle. Okay.
They do have a bucket of the minis.
Oh.
I don't know if they would see next time you're in Texas. You got to let me know.
Okay. No, for sure. I'm going to come back real soon because we were there the 4 days we were there right before Thanksgiving. It was like all sunny and then was rainy. It wasn't cold or anything. It was still in like the mid 60s. We were able to walk around and have fun, but like everyone was like, oh, you're not there on a good time. And I was like, it was still great, but I want to come when it's like actually vibrant and sunny and
you're sweating,
hot and humid. Yeah.
So why did you go down there anyway?
So my boyfriend has family there, his dad's side.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think lived there for like a really long time. They have a beautiful house in Westlake. That's like the neighborhood just outside of Austin. I think it was called that.
Lakeway?
Westlake.
Okay. See, I don't know Westlake. I know Lakeway. Westlake.
Okay. It's like...
I feel like that's in Dallas area. That's why I'm...
Oh, it's just a little bit. No, and it's like, it's not Westlake, like the city. It's like literally a neighborhood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it was great. And we stayed, our Airbnb was literally like on a tiny street right behind 6th Street. So like we had fun.
Did you go to the speakeasy that's downtown?
We definitely didn't go to a speakeasy.
Okay. You'll have to go to that one next time.
Yeah, we only had kind of one like bar hopping little night and we were exhausted. So I didn't get as crazy as I wanted to. We were with family, okay?
Well, see, come for the TV festival and then we'll just have a lot of fun.
Okay, yeah. When is that again? What month?
June.
Oh, June. Oh, nice and hot.
I know.
Your favorite.
I already bought my ticket. I think it's June 1st through the 4th.
Okay, cool.
So it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll send you the info.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. I've gone since 2011.
Oh, nice.
I missed the very first year, but I've been to...
Oh, so okay, it started in 10?
I think so.
It hasn't been going on that long. That's cool. Kind of a fresh fest.
Next year will be their 12th season.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah, I've never done anything like that.
13.
You said that they like bring the sometimes the casts of shows and they do like a little panel.
Yeah, so the first year I went was because Boy Meets World had a reunion.
Okay.
There was also American Dreams was a reunion they had with Brittany Snow. There was about a Party of Five reunion, and Lacey Chabert was there.
I haven't seen that, but
I haven't either. I just went for Lacey Chabert.
Love that.
What else was there? One year they showed Will Ferrell did a Lifetime movie, like a spoof on one. I know.
Okay, I was gonna say he definitely did that because he was making fun of Lifetime.
It was with Dead to Me actress. I can't think of her
the
name.
Brunette.
No, not Linda Cardellini.
Yeah, I'm so bad at her
the
name.
other one.
Oh, Christina Applegate.
Christina Applegate. So they did a movie together. There was a spoof. So they showed that, and then he showed up afterwards.
Wait, that's amazing. I love Christina Applegate, and I love Dead to Me.
So good. So good. I finished it.
Did you watch the finish? Oh, yes. I bawled my eyes out. Crying. I was like, why Judy die?
We don't know if she actually did.
So sad. I know. It was up to us. She did.
Yeah. They premiered some shows like Guilt. What else did they do? Whiskey Cavalier. Did you watch that show?
No. What is that?
It was from Bill Lawrence that did Scrubs and and Cougar Town, but it's with Scott Foley, and it's like an FBI show.
Okay, yeah, the name sounds kind of familiar. What network is it on, or what?
It was on Hulu or on ABC. I don't know if it's still on Hulu.
Okay,
or not, but I really liked it, and then they canceled.
The
after
name
one
sounds
season.
so familiar. Ugh, why do they do that?
I don't know. It was a great show, and so they did a Scrubs reunion this year at the festival, and I went up to the mic and I was like, "Hey, I have a question for you," and he's like, "This is exactly how I wanted this to go down," and I was like, "I have to know what happened for season 2 of Whiskey Cavalier," and he's like, "Meet me afterwards, I'll tell you." Well, the panel went so long that I never got to find out because they had to rush him off. I know.
There was no after.
So I'm still waiting to find out, but hopefully I'll find out soon.
Yeah, they owe you that.
Right. I think they're supposed to be doing a Cougar Town reunion at some point. They had a panel this past year for just different writers, comedians that Ed Helms was there.
Love him.
The guy and I cannot think of his name right now, but the guy that created Grand Crew.
I don't know that.
Okay, watch it. Love that
Gray
show.
and Crew?
Grand Crew. It's on NBC.
Okay.
I think this is kind of like Friends in a way, but with wine.
Oh, love that. And
right.
I also I'm familiar, I know Cougar Town, but I just watched it.
Oh, you should watch Cougar Town.
But it's Courtney Cox, right?
Yeah, I watched it during the pandemic.
Just binged it.
Yes, it's a great show. So good.
You know what I binged, and maybe that will be my next show. No, you're going to hate me. The Simple Life with Paris and Nicole.
Oh, I don't hate you for that. I thought you were going to say, Tiger King.
No. I didn't even watch the second season of that. I'm like, isn't it done?
I didn't watch the second season. No, The Simple Life, that was a good show. It was fun.
Okay, and Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are the funniest girls in the entire world. Nicole Richie, I watched that show. That was my pandemic binge. I was like, okay, I'm just going to watch, even if it's 11 a.m., I'm going to shut all the blinds and turn off all the lights and watch Simple Life. And I'm like, okay, Nicole Richie knows she's fucking funny. She should have been a comedian. Like she is so sarcastic, so dry, such a bitch. Like she's so funny. I'm like, she
Hey,
is a genius. So
they
that show is
they made a
good.
ton of money from that show,
Yeah, as they
and
should have.
now she's this big clothing designer.
Yeah, and Paris is like shutting down all these horrible schools. Speaking of
Did you watch
that school
that,
she
the
went to,
documentary?
so I haven't watched the documentary, but I follow her very closely on like what she's doing because that school that she got like shut down is here in Utah. So that's where she was here in Provo, going to one of those schools that like fucked her up real bad. And she came out here a couple of years ago, like to the Capitol, and like got the whole like a bill passed and everything. And I just think she is so kick ass. I've met her parents before. My parents were good friends with her parents.
Well, that's
So
cool.
I'm a huge Paris Hilton fan. When anytime someone would say anything bad about her, you know, being ditzy or like anything like that, I'd be like, you need to shut your mouth.
I
Because
mean,
no,
that's
she's
just,
not.
I think that's just a bit that she does.
100. She's a genius, is what she is.
Probably minus
Yeah.
the sex tape, but yes.
Hey, that was part of it. That was part of it.
Now she's a DJ and making a ton of money
Yeah.
everywhere.
She's in everything. She's like, I do this, I do that.
So do your
And
parents
she's
and her
hilarious.
parents still hang out a lot, or
So
chat?
no, so apparently my dad dated Kathy Hilton, her mom, when
Oh,
they were like, you know, youngins. And I'm like, that's hilarious. And then my grandma, Dean's wife, would throw really amazing Christmas parties after Dean had passed. And so my sisters and I got to go to several of them. And the guest lists were just that, you know, Kathy Hilton. I got to meet, I talked about this on Claim to Fame. I met Bob Saget and oh my God, why do I always forget his name? John Stamos. I met them. They walked
oh,
into the house at the exact same time. And I was like 7 years old and I was like, oh my God, like I'm on an
Uncle
episode of Full
Joey.
House. Yeah, I was like, am I on TV? Like, like what? So yeah, just got to meet some very, very, very cool people when I was really young. I have a lot of those stories. Like, oh, my mom's like, oh, you've met him. Oh, you've met them. You've met her. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Was I 3? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
By the way, I really enjoyed the story you told about your grandfather and going to dinner at his favorite Italian restaurant.
Isn't that cute? And apparently there are photos of that exist, but I don't know where and how to access them at all. But yeah, that's a fun story that my mom loves to tell. She's like, you had no teeth and he had no. You just were loving on spaghetti.
Do you have any other fun stories about your grandfather?
Sorry?
Do you have any other fun stories about your grandfather?
Let's see. I don't know if this one made it onto the show, but how Dean would have, actually, I think it did. Dean would have really big parties. And at the end of the night, when he was super tired and over it and wanted to go to bed, he would go up to his room and he would call the police and pretend to be a next door neighbor and be like, oh, these people next door are having like a loud party. Like, will you please go and like shut the party down? And so the police would come. They'd be like, sorry, party's over. And he'd like stand at the top of the stairs like, oh, whoops, guess the party's over. Guess you all have to go home.
That's
So
fun.
I love that. Something I would do for sure.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Oh my God, you are so welcome. Thank you.
I hope you come back soon. This
I
is
would
fun.
love to. I will definitely talk to Logan and Elsie and Lark and see if they want to do a group
A group
something.
one.
That'd be so fun. Yeah.
I feel like we should do horror films just for LC.
You exactly. Let her pick one. If I haven't seen it, I'll watch it and I'll be obsessed because she knows the good ones.
Sadly, I've already done the Goonies.
Uh,
I know.
she had just gotten a fresh Goonies tattoo when we got into the house and we were all like bugging over it. We were like, is that a clue?
Oh, we did hear about your tattoo on the show.
I know, and I've yet to show it. I would show you right now, but I'm wearing a onesie.
Oh, yeah, that would be hard.
Yeah, put a big sensor.
It's okay. Mine
But
are hidden
yeah.
as well. Mine are on my thighs, so it's kind of hard to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta drop trout. It's not good.
I do have a Vegas tattoo though.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
The Vegas sign.
It's the sign. I'll send you a photo. It's a sign, but it's with 3 casinos inside it instead of just like the white background.
Cool.
I put a lot of thought into my tattoos before I get any.
Love that. I do not.
Wait, I waited 2 years to get both of them. Like I thought about it for 2 years.
Yeah, my first couple had some thought to them. I mean, my first was my That's Amore tattoo. I was 17. My mom had to take me.
Well, and that has a lot of meaning to it. So yeah.
It does. And yeah, I didn't get to talk about this on the show, but the lady who tattooed me, so we walked into one tattoo parlor that has like 2 locations. And my mom told the guy, she was like, yeah, my daughter wants That's Amore on her somewhere. And he goes, That's Amore. He's like, is that like that Dean Martin song? And she was like, yeah, it's actually like, she's actually Dean Martin's granddaughter. And he like freaked out and he was like, hang on 1 second. And he like called the other location. And he was like, okay, you guys need to go like a couple blocks down the street and ask for Deb. He was like, he didn't say why. He was just say, ask for Deb. She's going to do your tattoo. And we get down there and we meet Deb and we tell her like what I want and everything. And she has Dean, his face tattooed on her forearm with a bunch of other famous people too.
Yeah.
But she was just like, I love him. And so she became my tattoo artist like right there. And she's done all of mine since then.
That's cool. How many do you have?
Yeah. I have 11, but they're all like that. Like, what the hell is that? Like, like some of them are really, really silly. So
that's okay. I have 2, but they're both big. I didn't do anything small.
Did you have to sit for a long time?
The first one I think took an hour and a half.
Okay. I only have one color tattoo, and it's that one.
Both of mine are color because I feel like if I'm going to do one, I want full color.
Okay, but this one's like small, and that one took like an hour and a half.
Hold on. I'll pull it up.
Okay.
So my favorite movie of all time is Clue.
Mm-hmm. Is what?
Clue.
Clue. With
Tim Curry and Madeline Kahn and Christopher Lloyd and Leslie Ann Warren.
I feel like I have seen that.
I mean, you should have. If you haven't, you should go watch it right now.
No, Clue. And why does that sound like...
Like it's based on the board game.
Doing my research.
Okay, so here it is. So...
Oh, I definitely have it.
Okay, you should go watch it, but that's my tattoo.
Okay, cool. That's from the movie.
That's from the movie. So go
it's
watch
like the pieces.
Movie. It is.
I love that. And that's on your leg?
It's down my thigh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's big.
It's like 9 inches, yeah.
Oh my God.
I realize when people ask, did it hurt? My thing is, get a tattoo on a fatty area. It doesn't hurt as bad. Mm-mm. The bone and the muscle is what hurts.
These on my fingers?
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
So bad. It took like 4 seconds, but I was like, oh my God.
The Vegas tattoo took about 3 hours.
Ugh.
And I was at the end, I was like, I'm getting really hot. Can I have some water? I was just really in hot. So much pain.
I'm getting my vision's getting spotty.
Yeah.
Do you have an IV?
It was like, it's like that big on my thigh. It's a pretty big tattoo, yeah.
We're just like, let me induce a bunch of trauma onto one spot of my body real quick.
So I got it pretty early on the trip, so I couldn't go swimming or anything. It was fine.
It's fine.
Because I did it when I went to Vegas.
You had a new tattoo. Yeah. Love it.
All right. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I loved this. This was amazing.
It's fun, right? Just drinking and talking about a TV show or a movie.
And like the perfect pregame for the rest of the night.
Big plans for the rest of the night?
No, just but now drinking? I have an excuse.
To drink more?
Yeah, I'm like, I have to go to a bar now.
In your onesie. Please go to the bar in your onesie.
I will, and I have a Santa hat somewhere around here that I'm going to pop on.
You should.
I will. I think I stole it from the Walmart, so...
The Mormon Walmart?
It's okay. Yeah, the tweaker Walmart. Oof.
Oh, we have one of those here in town, too.
Okay.
It's by the campus.
Okay.
And
ours is not. I wish it was by the campus.
I don't know why. Pre-COVID.
Ours are by the train tracks.
Oh.
You know.
Okay, yeah. No, but pre-COVID.
Train track Walmart.
This was the only Walmart that wasn't 24 hours. And it was by the campus, which makes no sense.
You're right. It should be.
But now they all close at like 11 o'clock anyway. But, you know.
Bad marketing.
That's okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we'll do this again soon.
Yes. When do you usually like get these up and posted or whatever?
I release an episode every Tuesday.
Okay, lovely.
So I have 2 ready to go, but if I can get this one out, I'll release it Tuesday. If not, it'll be the next Tuesday.
Okay, perfect. Just keep me posted.
For sure.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You too.
Mwah!